Welcome viewers, this is Danny from Lego Buff Productions with another episode of Pimp My Set. And today I'll be changing things up a bit. As you can see, we're up here in the Lego room instead of down in the studio. And the reason for that being is that I feel in the studio you're seeing more of finished products, even though I sometimes show the different phases of building, whereas up here you're going to see a lot more of the prototyping that I do, and I feel it's going to be a lot more helpful to builders who are trying to mod their own sets or build their own mocks to see all the different phases of prototyping and such that I go through. So anyways, we'll go ahead and start off with what I've been working on so far, and that would be this little battery car right here. Now I received a lot of great feedback from my last episode about what I should do in terms of how to fit the battery and if I should change the battery to a different one. Some people did mention that the rechargeable battery has the same amount of power as this one, which is more power than this smaller. I believe this is the AAA one right here. And that was great feedback, and I would definitely keep that in mind. However, I would still like to use this one just almost for the challenge of just trying to be able to fit this in there. But if it doesn't work, I will end up going to the rechargeable version of this. The reason I don't really want to go that route is because I believe it's like $50 to buy the rechargeable one, so I would prefer to stick with this. So this is the design I've come up with. Some people mentioned wedging it between the wheels, which is a great idea. And that's pretty much what I've done here. This is as close as it can get between the wheels. You can see underneath there, it's pretty much flush against the wheels there. And then I built it up on the sides there a bit. You can see here close up more the different pieces and stuff that I used. Basically, if I take these pieces off the top here, this is what it looks like. And then it just slides into this part right here. I used a bunch of jumper plates on the bottom there. Slides right in. And then if you put these pieces up on top here, then it makes sure that it stays. So that's the design I've come up with. And that's pretty much the longest that I would like to go in terms of the wheels and stuff. And so now I'm going to try to see if I can build up around it. This is pretty much the size I'm looking for. This is the size of the black plate that I used in the last episode, so not too much longer. The plan is to, if you look at regular trains, the older time trains rather, a lot of them will have the car with the coal go like this, and then it'll kind of slope down just a bit. And with that slope down, that's where that's where I plan to put the IR receiver, that little, the thing that the remote control hooks up to. And so that would look something like this, where this little IR receiver's on the end here. And then obviously there'll be a bunch of design, you won't see any of this part. Not sure if I'll use these green pieces, maybe put them sideways, maybe go some other route. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what we can do. So I've done so far is add a magnetic bumper to the front here, which we'll be able to attach to the main engine. This piece right here. And then on the sides here, I'm thinking instead of using these black bars, what I would instead do is use these pieces, the modified bricks with the studs on the sides. It's kind of hard to see them there in black, but it is the 1x4 version of this piece right here. And basically what I'm thinking is having them on the bottom here, like so, and then maybe having some of those green pieces from the original car coming up from them, and then being able to build sideways with some plates, and then behind it I can have a layer of plates that's flush against this, and then I might have some more of those black bricks on top here finishing it off. So I'm going to go ahead and add those on this side too, make this side just a little bit longer again so I can add on the receiver at the end, and then see what I can do with the different plate features. The problem I keep running into with this design is that the way the plate lines up here with this brick, unfortunately those studs are uneven, as you can see right there. And even if I take one of these pieces, the problem becomes that when a plate coming out of here is actually the same part that comes out, it's the same distance as this piece right here. And so then I'd have to have another plate on top of that, which I don't really want it to come out that far. So I'm running into a few troubles. I'm going to try a few different techniques, mess around with it, and see if I can get anything to work there. So what I ended up doing, which may have been taking the easy way out, is raising this part up by 3 plates, or a full brick length right there, and then that way the plates end up matching up right here. You can see the tiles connecting to those red plates. It looks a bit interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about this at this point right now, so what I'm going to do is replicate this on this side over here, and then also build up the side on this side, and then try to extend it to the full length it'll end up being, and see how that looks and see if I can modify it from there or if I should just scrap this idea altogether. As I continue to move forward with this design, it just looks worse and worse. So I'm gonna have to go with the rechargeable battery idea. For now, I'll just use the AAA battery to get the right size, and I will be scrapping this design.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows, only time.
So this is the final progress for this week. I'm actually pretty pleased with how it turned out. Again, I ditched the other battery pack, went with the smaller one, and I really like how this looks. I was looking at some reference pictures of some real trains, and I think this looks pretty accurate to it. Obviously, there's a bunch of pieces missing and some pieces in different colors in the final model. These will be in green. There'll be some more tiles, make it a bit smoother up top there. Pieces missing on the bottom, and this side isn't really built up yet, and there's some pieces missing in the front part too. I'll order those pieces, hopefully all of them, to come in for next week. I want to get this car done by the beginning of next week's episode, so next week I can really focus on the next car, which will be the Christmas tree car, so that'll be really cool. Before we end this, I just want to take a moment to share some other sets that people have been pimping. Again, you can share those with me on Instagram using the hashtag Pimp My Set. Let's take a look at those now. Thanks for sharing those. If you want your set that you've changed up to be featured on the next episode, don't forget to use the hashtag PimpMySet on Instagram. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this segment. Let me know in the comments what you think of doing it in the Lego room. Obviously, I'll make it a bit more professional instead of kind of having the track balance on some boxes and some pick-a-brick cups. But hopefully, I plan to do some more episodes up here, and hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing kind of the whole process with all the prototyping. Again, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.